The Adopt Me Winter Update is right around the corner, and you know what that means. This year, I'm going to give you all the tips I can to make sure that you can get rich this winter season in Adopt Me. Hello everyone, my name is MedicFrog, and if you're new here, I do a little bit of everything on this channel. Today, I'm going to give you my 6 best tips on how to make the most of the Adopt Me update, so that you can get everything you've ever wanted out of it. Last year, I managed to get over 2 million gingerbread and all the update pets just by following these tips, and I wish you all the best in being able to say the same by the end of this update. Without further ado, let's get started. My first tip is to set a goal for yourself. Setting a goal for yourself makes it easier to save your gingerbread and gives you something to look forward to. As a collector, I like to go for one of everything to start with, and in most cases with Adopt Me updates, that'll cost you about $400 to $5,000 in total by the time the last of the update is out. That being said, even if you reach your goal, do not buy until the last week of the update. It can get addicting to spend gingerbread, but I highly recommend waiting until the end to do your shopping spree so that you can make sure to get everything you wanted, especially if you are one who makes neons, megas, all that, because more than likely, if you spend during that first week, you'll end up regretting it. I've done it, we've all done it, so just save it till the end. This next tip, I haven't heard a lot of other people talk about, but it's something I like to do. Going along with the goal thing, figure out how much playtime you need to reach that goal. Figuring how much time you need to play allows you to figure out the best times you can play, especially if you're really busy, like me. Based off of all the times I've attempted to save gingerbread, it usually takes about 4.5 hours to get 100,000 gingerbread, more or less depending on how well you're doing at the games. And this also kind of depends on what games, of course, Adopt Me releases, because last year we had that Frost Call game, and I think I played that the majority of it by the second half of the update. But if they don't do something like that, then obviously it'll be a little bit different. This now brings me to number 3. Make sure you're opening your advent calendar every day. You can get a lot of good value items, and even like gingerbread, age-up potions, and cash from it. And if you haven't already made the habit of logging in each day, it can be more difficult for you to remember, but it's worth it. Especially on the 25th day, Adopt Me often releases a special pet, such as there's been the Mr. Whisker Pips, and I think it's called, the gingerbread reindeer, and a couple of other really cute pets that you would not have gotten if you didn't log on. Using an alt account is also a great way to get some extra stuff, so if you want like a neon of the pet they release on the 25th day, you might make 4 alt accounts, or you can trade for it, but I mean, some people just go for 4 alt accounts. And then also ice skating regularly. A lot of people forget that, and they just get so they just get so caught up in the games. But if you make sure to ice skate so often, like between games and stuff, if you're not doing like the big Frostclaw game or whatever, if they even have that this year, like, you get more gingerbread out of it. It adds up. Like, it's only 2,000, but it adds up. This next tip is really obvious, but practice at the games as much as you can. Practice, 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 guys. It seems really obvious. That's all I can put it. But as you get better at the games, you're more likely to get more gingerbread, and you'll be able to reach your goal faster. And same thing with ice skating regularly. The ice skating's hard, but if you keep at it, it gets easier. I've gotten better at it each year, and yeah. So obviously the games aren't out yet, but I will do my best to make a video to show you guys how to master these games later on, so make sure to subscribe and look out for that. This is yet another tip that seems really obvious, but make sure you remember to age up your pets as you play. Aging up your pets is the perfect opportunity to make some extra cash during the pet, and I recommend, like what I have here, using one that you can get age up potions from. And that being said, save up your age up potions until the end of the update, so that you can make your neons and megas and whatnot from the event pets faster. If you're one who's like, oh my god, I can't wait, I want to make my neons now, use your pet pen. I know it's hard. I've almost wasted my measly 15 age up potions so many times, but I promise you, it is so much worth it. Also, a good reason to save your bucks and get some extra is a lot of times Adopt Me adds like a stand to exchange your bucks for gingerbread, and you'll want the cash to do it because sometimes it can get a little pricey. This last tip, my final tip, I don't honestly see, but it is honestly really helpful. Trade for the less wanted pets. This is a great way to save gingerbread, and oftentimes you can make neons of pets that aren't as high demand, and you can also always use the pet releaser, as Adopt Me usually adds pets like from the event in it, and this is a good way to get some of the easier and expensive ones, especially if you like to collect. Not only that, but a lot of times these pets become exotic later on because people don't realize how like actually great they are until it's too late, and then they're really hard to find. But then you have a bunch of them, so you can trade, and you can trade them for higher values than what you originally traded them for, and it's so much better. Also, focusing on buying higher demand pets and trading for lower ones also makes it easier for when you trade yourself so that you can get more trades, because then you have all the high demand pets until the lower demand ones become high demands. I feel like that makes no sense, but I hope you get where I'm going. It helps a lot. And also you save gingerbread by doing it, so you can go and buy neons of things like you want. So yeah. Comment down below anything I missed. There's obviously probably more things that I'm not thinking of that you can always do. Always keeping up with the Adopt Me news for the most part is a great idea. Various YouTube channels keep up on it. Adopt Me's on like every platform of social media these days. So just looking out and keeping an eye on them and seeing what's going to come out so you can save is always a great idea. Getting a good grinding routine will also help you out. And generally just playing as much as you can. If you guys would like, I can make a video on a grinding routine. Comment down below if you'd like that. Yeah, and some people just like to get in the Christmas spirit, as you could kind of see in a little snippet of the video earlier on. I do have like a Christmas house I work on during this event every year. I have a Christmas avatar I use every year. Some people even like to have like a Christmassy drink by wherever they're grinding. I don't really do that, but if it helps you get in the Christmas spirit and get into that like flow of grinding, then whatever works. But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. It was a little bit shorter than normal, but I hope it was short and sweet and to the point. Thank you guys all so much for watching. And yeah, stay tuned for probably 2 weeks or so until the games come out, and I will do my best to update you guys on how to play that. And I hope you guys all enjoyed, so make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and press all. I try to upload every 2 weeks and shorts Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but sometimes time gets away from me, so I do my best. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Bye everyone!